pretty much right on time.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Motivation Sprints. Super excited. I see a lot of people in the comments already here. Woohoo! Happy to have you guys here to start the week off strong. We will be doing 3 30-minute sprints and chatting in between. So we'll be going till about 8 or 8:30 Central Time. I was just visiting my sister in Arizona and she's on Mountain Time, and so I was so thrown off. And I was gonna do something for work, like call in like IT, and I'm like, wait, no, but it's 4:30 p.m. on Friday. But like, it's too late now. They wouldn't appreciate that. But like, so time difference was funny. Um, but anyways, I've got some familiar faces here, who are linked down below. First, I'll introduce myself. I'm Holly, the author of A Diamond Bright and Broken. And this that I'm holding is actually the international edition, which is releasing next month. So it is paperback and it's a little smaller than the hardcover. You could
Yeah,
see.
so the hardcover is 6x9. The paperback is, oh my God, I think it's 5x8.
I think so.
If I remember correctly, there was a lot of talk about the eventual size of that, but it's definitely 5 something and 8 something, if not directly 5x8. It also includes a preview of the sequel in the back.
Yes, I was gonna show that. That's here. Oh shoot. Which I am hard at work on, and have been hard at work on this summer. But yeah, you get a preview of A Shadow Dark and Daring, which is
that's
the
exciting.
sequel. But yeah, this is a Tangled retelling with a gender bent Flynn writer. If you're looking for like cozy fantasy with sapphic romance and disability rep with a wheelchair user, lots of secrets and unique magic, then you should enjoy this book.
I was waiting for you to get to the unique magic. I'm like, get it in there.
Sometimes I'll leave certain things out. I'm like, okay, I'll put this. I'll talk about the BIPOC main characters. This one I'll emphasize the sapphic romance. I'll switch things up.
How do you figure out like what things to say when, Holly?
I guess just like it's just random, whatever I'm feeling. But I try to like switch things. So I'm planning on during the first sprint making a reel or post or something. So I try to like switch things. Okay, if I kind of emphasize like the strong sister relationship, then maybe next time I'll talk about like the romance, or here I'll talk about like the magic. So I try to switch it up so that it's not always the same thing, or this is a fairy tale retelling. So just kind of rotating between things that might pique people's interest.
That makes sense, especially for different socials posts. That makes sense.
For sure. But so I'll be doing that. I've got some emails to reply to. Like my Nicor gas said, we have not heard from you, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, oh, I don't want them to cut that off. So gotta call that.
That's important. Yeah.
Yes. And then yeah, just working on bookish stuff. So I'll let my publisher introduce herself next.
Yes, my name is Zara Hoffman. I'm the founder of Inimitable Books, a small publishing company dedicated to uplifting marginalized voices without pigeonholing authors into writing about their trauma. A Diamond Bright and Broken and our other young adult titles I can pronounce words, I promise, are published under our imprint Emerge. We have a middle grade imprint with currently only one title, and that middle grade imprint is called Figment. They are all on our website, inimitablebooks.com. We have fantasy, we have some romance mixed with fantasy, either as paranormal or more like fairy tale type of fantasy. We have 3 titles that retell a fairy tale in some capacity. Holly's is one of them. We also have Heirs of Bone and Sea, which is also a Rapunzel retelling, and then Until the Last Page, which retells multiple fairy tales. It actually has a Rapunzel retelling chapter exclusive to the print edition. So if you're interested in that, we got 3 authors who tackled Rapunzel, and we also have like a Game of Thrones type of epic fantasy. We have you know, if you grew up loving Vampire Diaries, Shadowhunters, whatever, and want it to be, you know, more adult, we have that in The Devil's Waltz. We have an Alice in Wonderland type of whimsy with a lot of trauma, but also talking animals. That was named a distinguished favorite by the Independent Press Award earlier this year. So just a lot of titles. And then next year, we're going to see our first 3 thriller titles, which are gory and violent, but awesome. And I'm super excited about that. And hopefully during this stream, I will be editing the second of those books. But I'm also launching a course for authors who want to learn how to write an effective query letter to get published at the end of the month. And so that made me realize that, oh, I forgot to edit the video for YouTube that's going up tomorrow night. So I have to finish that during the first weekend. Luckily, I already ate dinner. But yes, trauma, but also talking animals. Normally we just say if you like some trauma with your whimsy.
I love that.
I love that. That's great.
I would like
That's
some
great.
trauma with my whimsy.
Yeah, so I just love all of our titles. We also have a divination deck and 2 writing prompt books if you're interested in those as well. So anything on Inimitable Books, check it out. If you live domestically but have international friends, because the internet can be wonderful, tell them about the international editions, because Holly's is actually going to be the 3rd international edition of an Inimitable Books title coming out this year. We have one coming out, oh my God, next week, which is The Devil's Waltz. Then on October 7th, so basically a month from now, we are going to be having the sequel to The Storm Gathers coming out domestically in hardcover, but then The Storm Gathers coming out in international paperback on the same day. So yeah, a lot of things happening, and I'm very busy, and I'm happy to be here to get stuff done. Your turn.
Thank you so much, friends. For those of you who don't know me, I'm so happy to be back here on the stream. I am Kauffman, a daily writing streamer with over 600 plus consecutive writing streams and counting. I simply help people on the Write Now YouTube channel finish their books because I love the process, and I'm that weirdo who actually likes the entire part of it. The writing, the ideation, the revision, the editing, the marketing side as well, and all of it. So I just want to share that with all of the writers of the community and help more writers finish their books. I'm also working on my own book, The Last Scarecrow. I don't have my short elevator pitch yet. I have the blurb, which is pretty good. So far, people have been comparing it to kind of a cross between Wizard of Oz meets Neverending Story told at the end of the world.
Yeah, I could.
That sounds
totally,
awesome.
I would. Yeah, that sounds accurate based on what I know of it from what you said.
Yeah, I have the blurb, the page blurb for the book and the Amazon page, but I realized I need a paragraph elevator pitch. It's on my to-do list. But
I just edited the lesson on writing elevator pitches for the course.
What was that?
I just edited the video where I go over how to tell an elevator pitch.
Woo, I love it.
So the timing of that is
I'm going to check it out. Absolutely. I think that's so important because I realize, and especially the more that I talk about it with other people, I'm like, all right, well, I can't do the whole thing. I was like, all right, I got to do something shorter.
Yeah, the elevator pitch video is going to be in the paid writing course, but on the YouTube channel, we have, this is how you do your log line. This is how you build out your log line into a book description. But then in the paid course, we cover all that more in depth. And then it's like, okay, you have your book description. Now condense it down again into your elevator pitch, and then also really, really expand it into your synopsis. So we can go all over the place. But I think it's good. It covers all the foundations you need to have a good query package. But I think it might be in an order that might surprise some people where they're like, why are we doing this part first? And I'm like, well, actually, so.
Well, I think that's good. And I think if people know kind of what to expect, but not the full thing, I think it's going to incentivize them more to want to check it out.
Yeah.
I'd agree. I actually just had 1 or 2 people in my stream asking about querying. So I was like, I know you mentioned you're doing something about querying as well, right? And writing query letters.
Yeah. So the paid course is going to be launching on the 30th, and it's going to have only 25 spots at the launch price. And then next year it'll like officially launch at a slightly higher cost, but it's going to be this course and then the built-in community, but also weekly Q&As with me to ask anything about publishing. And for people who don't know, I didn't just start this publishing company. I have been self-publishing for like 9 years at this point. I have been working in traditional publishing in one capacity or another for the past 5 or 6 years, depending on how you want to count it. So this is not coming from out of nowhere. It's not just like, oh, I did this for fun, and people have actually like said yes. We're also distributed by Simon & Schuster, and I regularly pitched books to people who have been in the industry for as long as I've been alive, and they respect me. So I promise you,
amazing.
I have good things to say.
Which I absolutely love, Zara. Whenever I talk with you, I feel like I always like I go in with some questions and then I walk away having 10 more questions because I'm always learning.
Yeah. I would love to see you in the paid community if you're interested. No pressure whatsoever.
Well, I'm excited about it.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people.
I'm always wanting to learn more, and I'm always really, really interested about learning different aspects of, especially the publishing process. I think the question I always ask myself is the time. I feel like I have so much to do and never enough time to do the things. Do either of you
the
feel
lessons
like
are really short-ish, weirdly enough, in the paid course. They're not like 30-minute long videos where you're like, I don't even know if I have time to listen to the lesson. The videos are normally like 10 minutes or less, but then the homework is like, okay, now you got to do it. This involves research. This involves writing. This involves revision. Like, you want to get it good, and then you got to share it in the community and get feedback. And then, but really, if you paid for the course and really, did it at your own pace, but then showed up to the weekly Q&As until you were ready to share your own stuff, like that would be worth it.
What made you decide to launch the course at this point in time?
I joined so at the start of July, I had a surgery, and I thought it was gonna take 3 to 4 weeks for me to recover, and instead I was really bored after the first week, and so I was like, you know what, I've been wanting to relaunch the YouTube channel. I should maybe watch some newer advice since 2020 and see how the YouTube game has changed, just to try and optimize things, like still not perfect. I'm not a machine, but I'm trying to do certain things correctly. And then a lot of it was like, oh, but you also need like external income because you might not get YouTube monetization, and then keeping it is rough, and then all these things. And I'm like, okay.
Which you can to varying extents, sure, depending on how you monetize. And it also depends on the niche.
Exactly. But they were like, if you don't ever get like YouTube AdSense, you should have something else to link to. And I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I have this stuff and the Ko-fi guides where there are some writing guides that you can just buy one off, but also if you want to hold off on that, you'll basically get those in the course as part of everything. So you could hold off on that if you want for like another 3 weeks. And so I was like, that's probably like not enough to like have regular income. And like, obviously the books are our main thing. And then the YouTube is, we turn out 2 videos a week. And then thankfully for our social media assistant, she's able to turn those into shorts that we release twice a week as well.
Yay.
And we do 2 live streams a week on the channel. So it's like 2. But then if we had this other thing just going, it would be really helpful. And I was like, you know what? We're moving into a new year. We have new plans that need money. And, like it would nice to have a little cushion in this, but also to build something new. It just it felt like the right time.
Yeah, I think I heard from one of the YouTube content creators that I think the recommended upload amount for channels, at least in 2025, is at least one live stream a week, 1 to 2 videos a week, and then 3 shorts a day.
Yeah,
wow, 3 a day.
But I mean, like, but once again, like, the more that we do, the more you open yourself up to being able to get discovered.
Yeah.
But we also, like, time's also a factor, right? So it's not like do everything. It's how much time do you have, and then what can you do to maximize your time?
Like, we get people coming to our YouTube channel. We actually, on yesterday is Sunday, days exist. And we had a new person show up to our YouTube stream and was like, I was looking for writing sprints and I found you. And I was like, great, welcome. Thank you for being here. Please subscribe. This is when we stream. But also, like, with the content creation, last year we were only posting basically one thing per day on each platform, and the YouTube channel was basically only live streams, which is why I was like, I want to reset, upload actual videos, etc. And with this, though, it was like, you know what, we're now having to make shorts. We're now I'm doing a lot more, so I don't have the time to help my social media assistant make content where we could post 3 TikToks a day or 3 YouTube shorts a day. We post 2 TikToks a day. We normally post 2 things on Instagram per day. We normally post 1 or 2 things on Threads per day. Normally 1 to 2 things on Blue Sky per day. And it's like, she works so hard, and then I am working hard just checking over what she's doing. Even if it's just to be like, oh yeah, the design is great and the caption, whatever. Like, it still takes time. It's so much less of my time now that I can make this course. Or I could be like, oops, forgot to edit the YouTube video. Got to like just finish that in like 20 minutes and then I'm ready for tomorrow. But it's like, it's so hard.
That's so much. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It is a never-ending thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always the thing of trying to figure out, like, where do we invest resources and the time? So that's awesome that you're having a social media assistant being able to maximize putting out content.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's been life-changing. I used to be
I'm sure.
And I mean, like, putting out so much less.
I always ask myself, I'm like, sure, okay, if I hired somebody right now, what would I have them to do? And like, I have a laundry list of things, right? But the question is like, okay, well, what would be the thing that's going to take away something from me personally while still maximizing the goals? So, and a lot of the times things that people usually end up hiring out first is either social media or editing or social media creation or video editing. I think those tend to be the 2 biggest time holes.
Yeah, I wouldn't, hire out the editing because that's the part that I love the most, and that's the most time that I get.
There you go. Yeah, so you like that, right?
Well, yeah, it's kind of one of the reasons why I started the company, and so it's like I get to really work with the authors on their book. I get to know their book almost as inside and out as the authors do, and then I can have all these marketing ideas too. So it's not just on the author to think of, but then I can go to the social media assistant and be like, here are quotes, here are locations, here are vibes, here are images, blah, 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 blah. Have at it. Let me know when there's something to look at. Like, I'll give you the building blocks. I don't have time to build 1 million houses.
I like that. That's awesome.
Zuko saying, I want to see the cats on the screen.
Where are my brethren?
Hello to everyone in the comments. Doing laundry, working on chapter 14. Editing sounds amazing. Okay, let me share my screen. So,
ready for some cat sprints?
Yes. So for those of you, I think everyone has been here before, but if anyone's lurking or doesn't know, we always have the kitty race timer up for our sprints. You can vote for which cat you think is going to win the first sprint, either color or number, and it's okay if you vote for one that someone else votes for. And since Zuko is all over me, I'm going with number 4. I have to go with the black cat.
I'll go number 3. Little Bluey. I believe in Bluey.
I'm gonna go in number 1 because Riley is mostly white, and she had a bath today. And whenever she has a bath, she just like almost glows.
Aww.
The rest of her is black. She has black spots, and people are like, "Who is that?" That is my Havanese. And she is scared of heights, so she doesn't like being lifted up to be on camera. But if she knew that there was an adoring audience on the other side, she would never leave me alone. And then there's also just like another reason why like I shouldn't be lifting her up as much anymore. Health reasons for her. So it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave her be. But if she wanders in at some point, I might just randomly move the laptop and you'll suddenly see a fluff ball.
I'll be on the lookout. Cool. All right. Well, let's get started with this sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right. That was the end of the first sprint. And Ginger won. I know a lot of people are happy in the comments right now. Let's see who won. I know
Should've known.
Kristen won. JK won. KK and JK. And Lynn.
KK and JK.
Let's see.
It's good. Wow, little Billy
Yay!
got close.
Yeah,
Made it
Zuko was
good.
lagging behind a little bit there.
I think my pick was second place if no one had picked
Oh yeah, yours was.
But of course, everyone picks it. You know, there's so many people in your chat who always pick 7, even if they're not always here at the same time.
Yep.
Oh really? Is
There's
7
always
the
someone. Like Ginger is
a fan favorite.
Yes, a fan favorite.
I was like, I see Ginger and I think Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people call him Ginger, some say Garfield, or Heathcliff, or Dobby, because, well, my orange cat that I had was Dobby, and then Chandra Arthur, another Inimitable author, her orange cat is named Dobby. So I'm like, there's something about orange cats and naming them Dobby.
Naming them Dobby. I'm like, was that all Harry Potter references? Like, is that?
Well, that's why I named it. Yeah, after Dobby. Yeah. And then when I would take him to the vets and he would get like, you know, his aftercare or whatever, I remember one of the vets like drew a sock on the paper bag and was like, here's Dobby's sock.
Oh, that's really cute.
It was super cute. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
So how did you guys do for that sprint? I was catching up on emails and then I was trying to get into my gas account, and then it was like I had to change the password, and then it said I wasn't eligible for an account, and so I'm like so confused. So I'm gonna have to figure this out tomorrow and call, which is
wait, what?
Yeah, like I like emailed them, like gave them the error message, but I don't know how long that's gonna take, so I'm gonna call them too. But it literally said like, your account isn't eligible for a my account. And I'm like, but I've had an account. I literally just moved and said, here's my new address on this date. Like, so I'm like, I don't know why it's angry with me. So, but I have until the 12th. So that's great. Oh, this is on July 10th. A letter was sent requesting that you contact Nicor Gas to update the account information for your address. Okay, so this wasn't a me problem. So actually, I might be okay. Maybe this was for like the management. I don't know. I'm just gonna call and double check that like they have my information. But at least right now, I can't get into my account. Like,
oh no.
But anyways, at least I have some time. So that took all that, and then
the joys of life.
Yeah. And then I just started to get on Instagram to figure out what I wanted to post. So
that's rough though.
Yeah.
That's really irritating.
Productive, but stumbling block too. Yeah. Change of address problem from the previous tenant. Yeah.
So. Did you just move?
Yeah, I moved on August 9th. So it's almost been.
That's right. I don't see the no couch anymore.
Yes, that's why there's still boxes.
You have your own office now?
Yes.
That must be nice. Not having to work and stream in the living room.
Yes, it's great. Like Chris isn't coming behind me with groceries. Like
I can no longer say hi, husband.
Now you just have to scream and hopefully it echoes.
Yeah.
I can laugh.
Although there was one time he showed up and you were gonna ask him for the soda and he had the soda and then he just gave you yours, which was like perfect.
Yes, I was gonna ask him for like the 0 caffeine Coke Zero, and then like I was literally sending him a message and he comes up the stairs and I'm like, oh, I was gonna and then he literally had it in his hands. I took it from him and then he went back downstairs. But yeah, so I haven't had time to like set up my books. I do want to get a second bookcase. Because I have so many books, but yeah, I don't have anything up. Things are still in boxes because I did all the priority things. I'm like, decking out my office is like the last thing. My,
Mhm.
sequel deadline and just like
Priority. So wait, when you're finished like unpacking, what's your vision? Is there going to be something cool on the wall there? A
yeah, well,
giant
so
poster of your book?
yeah, so my vision is
Mhm.
because there's a smaller bookcase here.
Mhm.
So I got to figure it out, but I want it so that when I'm here, like you can see like diamond stuff
Mhm.
here, and then
Mhm.
I'll have the double bookcase that will be the rainbow colors because that's what I had
Okay.
in my bedroom that you never saw. But I'm like, I can actually have a background and showcase my book. Like,
It feels like such a nice change when you're
it's
able to make that
amazing.
happen.
Yes, it was well worth the move for
Mhm.
sure. Very happy. So, yeah, how'd you guys do?
I finished the video, but
Oh,
Woo!
yay!
it took me the whole time because I had to screen record things that I had forgotten to do.
Mm.
Oh no.
I was like, oops.
Oh. Well, you got it done, so that's good.
Yeah, at least you made progress.
Hmm.
I used to make some progress. I probably have like 10 plus videos in the can to edit
It's
and
good
then
you've like
repurpose.
bulk you
Mhm.
like batched it. That's good.
Yeah, I started trying something different, and I took it from a much bigger content creator who was doing it, but doing certain live streams as early access for the channel members, and then
Oh,
recutting those ones up for the general YouTube channel.
That sounds awesome.
cool.
That sounds like a
Yeah.
really good content plan.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm trying it out for this year and seeing if it's effective. It's like the early access value for the channel members, and then the actual everyone still gets to experience. Just channel members just get it first.
Cool.
Hmm.
Nice.
So yeah, but I felt like I was pretty productive on that one. As much as I want to be working on Scarecrow, I'm working on editing work right now. So like working on client work at the moment. A little backlogged. Yeah,
You're too popular.
I got so much. And then everyone just turned in their Holly. So everyone, of course, I'm sure everyone saw for Fated
Oh,
Fantasy, the competition back at the end of spring. Everyone turned in and submitted their Fated Fantasy revised stories. And I'm working on the anthology right now. So working on
nice.
getting the anthology out, which is going to be super fun.
Wow, it's
Hmm.
finally gonna come to fruition.
Hmm.
Like the ultimate fruition.
Exactly. And now getting it in enough time before I kick off Freaky Friday for this year, our next writing competition.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, like because
Yep.
it's already
Probably
September,
September. Hmm.
so the summer flew by. I mean, we
I
still have like
know.
2 more weeks,
I
like
know.
because I just looked up like the first day of fall is the 22nd,
Hmm.
which
I
so
know.
we've still got like 2 weeks of of
I know. Yeah.
summer.
Spooky season is here. Spooky season and falls upon us.
I'm here for it. I'm ready.
Hmm.
I'm always like fall's my favorite season. So I know for Kristen in the comments, that's her favorite season too, because you
Hmm.
can be cozy and ugh, I just love it.
Fall is my
Mm.
favorite season.
Yes.
Really?
I was born in spring, but my spring allergies are so much worse than my fall allergies.
Mm.
And I'm
Oh,
just like, and I also live for sweater weather
yes.
compared to like with spring, sometimes you have a day where you feel like it's almost winter. And then
Mhm.
by the afternoon, you're like, it's summer. What it like so I like fall because normally it's more consistent weather throughout the day. So I don't like have to have a big bag where I'm like, I have layers or I have space to put my layers or what.
Mhm.
Zuko woke up. Yeah, because now I have a cat tree beside my table or desk so that he has somewhere to sit
Mhm.
instead of being right in front of me, which is fine. I actually like him being close to me.
That's cool. So you still he gets to be there and be your muse.
But if they are bothering me, then I can lock them out. So
You're not getting rid of me that easily.
no. I mean, and I was gone for 9 days in Arizona.
Mhm.
So like I got back Saturday night, and so he was desperately missing me, and so they like, yeah, you know, they usually like sleep with me and lay next to me anyway, but they were like extra clingy because they were like, we thought you left us. And that's why I feel bad, because I'm like, they don't know that I'm coming back. So
well, I've been going to my place mostly like as an office because for those of you who don't know, my dog is older and almost a month ago got diagnosed with terminal cancer. So I'm trying to spend as much time with her as possible. But there are certain things that, as much as I love her, if she starts squeaking her toy, I have to reshoot something. So I'll go to my place for like a glorified office, given how much rent I pay for it. But and I'll be there for like, you know, a full work day or something, or a little less than a full work day, or you know, just weird hours, but it'll be for a long stretch of time. And then I come back and she'll look at me and like, how dare you leave? And then she like will be up my butt until I'm like, I told you I was coming back. I have never once lied to you. I will always say, I will see you later, or I will see you on spring break when I was not living at home because I was at school, or I will see you next week or whatever. Like never once in your 13 years have I ever lied to you. So if I say I'm coming back, I don't know what that means, but
You're like, not enough.
I'm laying my lap.
How dare you leave at all? And I'm like, well, you don't pay attention to me until I leave. So I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's not true. And I'm like, no, I know it's not. We coexist very peacefully.
Aww. Yeah. I'm glad that she's like stable right now. So
I mean, to her, it's like something has happened and it's the best thing ever, because now my mom and I will play with her whenever she wants. Or if she's like, I want to go out for a walk, we're like, okay. You know, it's not like, okay, you got to wait 30 minutes or an hour. It's like, okay, give me like 3 minutes, please. Put on like shoes and you know, make sure we have all the stuff we need for you. That we know where our phones are, and you know that we have enough layers on, and that you have enough layers on for whatever the weather is. So she's like, this is great, and we're over here being like,
oh, at least she feels loved.
I'm curious, do any characters in your stories ever have you written like pets for them?
I almost gave my main character in my debut novel a dog, and then I was like, oh, the dog could see through the fact that this character is lying. And I'm like, no, if the dog sees through that the character is lying, there's no way that the humans wouldn't listen to the dog. So there goes the plot. So I had to be like, nope, no pet. Nope.
I did. In my first story I wrote, Ranakori Realm, the pub owner. There's a pub owner in Diamond, but the pub owner in Ranakori Realm, he had a cat that he thought was a male and named him Roger, and then found out it was a female, and so then her name was Raj. So I was like, oh, Gully and Raj. So, but yeah, that was the only pet I wrote with a cat, but definitely want to have pets in future stories.
Pets are fun. I always ask, how much does a pet character be like a pet, something like cute there, as compared to developing it into a character?
Yeah, if it's fantasy and you know they can go on the adventures too, that would be cool.
I mean, even if it's not fantasy, I mean, I think that I forgot what movie it was. One of the horror movies I saw last year where there was a cat was like a major like character. I forgot which.
Really?
I think it was one of the silent. You know the movies where the aliens are silent and you can't make a sound. I forgot which one.
A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place, and then A Quiet Place 2.
I think it was the prequel. I think it was the prequel actually. There's a prequel that came out for one of those quiet ones. I forgot what it was called. But there were, I think, I'm pretty sure it was a prequel.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I can't.
I'm mixing them up.
Quiet Place Day One. That's what.
Day One, yes. And like I enjoyed all those movies for what they were. I think they did some great, really interesting things. But that movie specifically, the way they treated the cat was an actual character, in terms of the storyline and the development. And they made you want to care about the cat's well-being, and the cat kind of had a personality. Now, a lot of things when pets are brought into it, they have a personality, of course, but it's ingrained into the story throughout. And I think it's hard from like a filming perspective, right? Get an animal that you can then write into it.
Yeah.
But you don't see that as often, probably because of the difficulty of filming.
No. I want to check that out now. I didn't know there was a
Mhm.
prequel, and like seeing how they
The
made that
trailers,
work.
the trailers really showed off that cat. Also,
Mhm.
When did that?
Yeah.
When did that come out?
Probably like a couple years ago, maybe 2
Oh
years, 1 year.
gosh. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
2024. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I was like, I don't think it's 2 years, but it could be.
June
Mhm.
2024.
Mhm.
Oh.
So a
I
little
just remember it being memorable because there was a cat character, and it's like you just don't see that done you don't see that done often because of the logistics of filming with animals.
I'm adding that to my watch list. So.
I know. Al just mentioned Homeward Bound. I remember watching Homeward Bound when I was young. I was
Oh,
like, such a cute movie.
so good.
I loved that when I
Yes.
was young.
Yeah. What were their names? Chase. Sasha was the cat.
I remember the
And
2 dogs and the
then
cat. And it was just
yes.
entertaining.
That's great. Oh, let's see. Oh, Ava went to an in-person writing group, the first
Ooh,
of
that
its
is
kind.
so
Yes, I
cool.
saw that. I was
That is
Nice.
exciting.
Calvin got a few hundred words. Not the greatest, but it's a start. That's really, really good. Really, really good. Lynn got a few chapters outlined. Then I got retasked with actual work duties and writing a competency for a new position. Ooh, fun
Sounds like some
stuff.
good work there. Some good
Yeah.
work up.
KK carefully ate her dinner, still working on the orange, hopefully finished the orange. Yeah. Or maybe you like to eat it slowly. Thank you. Oh my gosh, yeah. Thankfully, my deadline gave me a little more time, which I'm very grateful for. Because I don't know if I would have survived. Because it would have been due 2 weeks ago. So, but Regina went out to dinner with a friend. We ran errands and didn't get home until 9:30 p.m.
Mhm.
That threw my body clock off completely, but it was fun. That sounds
There you go.
fun.
As long as you had a good time, that's what
Yes.
counts.
That's why I was thrown off coming home because my flight got in at 10:30, but that's 2 hours ahead of time, so, like, my body really felt like it was 8:30 PM because I'd already gotten used to mountain time, so then I
Mhm.
stayed up, like, so late, and so then it threw me off, and so yeah, I've been, like, waking up a lot in the middle of the night, and so my sleep so this morning I woke up exhausted. I'm like, "This is my first
Oh
day
my
back
goodness.
at work
Did
from
you just got back
vacation."
yesterday?
Saturday night, yeah.
Wow, you just
Yeah,
got back. Wow. So you're like still
I did.
recovering.
I did, yeah, so I think it's still, like, thrown off and
At least you gave yourself Sunday.
yes. I always try to do that, give myself a
Mhm.
day, because then I
Mhm.
unpacked yesterday, went grocery shopping, so it was good. Um, at the big twist, that's always fun, Janine. Okay, oh wow, I hadn't scrolled down for a while, so okay, let me pull
I
up the
know
next
when you said the thing about that, I was like, oh, okay, that's where she is.
Where am I? Here we are. Oh my gosh. Um, the Predator movie Prey had an amazing dog. I think hmm, is that the one? No. What's the one with Will Smith in it?
Legend.
I Am Legend.
Legend. Yeah, that
Mhm.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, that movie did very well with the dog, with making you care about the dog as a character.
Yeah.
That movie was that ending.
Holly
That
there and the
have you
coffee.
seen
Yes.
the
Yes.
the alternate ending? My God, that destroyed me even more. I was just like,
Oh, that one. We do not speak.
no, not well. Yeah, not that
Oh.
part. Something else.
Oh. Oh,
Something
okay.
else, but it's still devastating.
Got it. Got it.
Eva said the alternate ending is the book ending. Pretty sure.
Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, I hadn't known that it was based on a book when I first saw the movie years ago. And
Mhm.
then I just like never got around to reading the book because it's like I like the movie, but it's not a genre that I regularly engage with. In fact, I'm pretty sure I only saw that movie because like cousins were either visiting and we were like, oh, let's all go see this, and they were the one who picked the movie, or
yeah, just like right time, right place.
Yeah, it was not the thing I picked. But like I stuck around. Like there are things that I have family members who will like they'll watch certain sports or they'll watch certain like movies that are in genres that are things that are just not what I would ever seek out on my own, not because I don't like them. I just like forget that the genre exists or I'm not paying attention. And then if it's on, I'll be like, oh, like, okay, yeah, I'll sit down and I'll watch this. So like that was the case for Inglourious Bastards. Like I was young enough that I probably shouldn't have been watching it when I did. But like, you know, it was on, and so I was like, sure, whatever. But it also applies to football. Like the reason I know football is because I've just sat down and watched it with my cousins, not because I actually care about football. That sentence would probably be enough to get me disowned if they ever heard me say that. But they also know. I haven't said it, but they know.
Oh, good. People are getting in their votes. So now there are 10 cats on the screen, if you couldn't tell.
Wow, we have all that them represented. I still believe in Bluey. Bluey, number 10 will win. This time I feel it.
You feel it?
I feel it. Bluey's got it in the bag this time. He's got it in the catnip.
Ooh. I'm going to go with Rose, number 1.
I'm going to go with purple.
Nice. Okay, everyone make sure you get in your votes, and we will start the second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the second sprint, and Sunny won, number 6. Let me see. Who guessed 6 or Sunny? Ava? I think you're the sole winner here.
Oh man, Bluey. Bluey's he struggled that
Technically,
time.
technically 5 is only the true ginger. Yeah, Bluey's struggling.
It's okay. Bluey is waiting to make a comeback.
Oh, Al, you picked 6 as well. Awesome. Oh yeah, you did. Woohoo! Go Al.
Nice.
I
Making
missed
some
yours.
solid progress.
Hi from the laundromat. Nice. Yes, if there has to be at least one person doing laundry during the Monday motivation sprints. If not, it's not really a real.
I mean, it could have been me, except my mom surprised me by having done my laundry yesterday. So I was like,
Oh,
okay,
that's so
great.
nice.
Like,
That's convenient.
I was like, yay, I don't have to do it.
That's awesome. um, let's see. I ended up posting my reel on Instagram. I
Nice.
decided to go with the Tangled fairy tale retelling vibes. So, and then I was trying to figure out if I can post a short. I don't post shorts very often, but I should try to trying to extend my reach. Yes. You know, work smarter, not harder. But yeah, and then I got a snack too. I had an apple with peanut butter, which was really good. So
tasty.
yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
How'd you guys do?
Effective. I feel like I was pretty consistent. I'm just like getting in the zone on client work over here. So
Nice.
I thought I had made the thumbnail for the video tomorrow.
yeah, but not really. Just kidding.
But turns out, no, I had not. So I'm now
no.
being like, you know what? I'm going to save myself the headache, make all 4 thumbnails for this playlist. And then for the final sprint, get to the book editing that I need to do. So I just can't. I'm like, I'm going to trick myself into thinking it's done again and it won't be. And it's just, no.
Then you'll be like, wait, where did, I don't know, my description go? Or I don't know.
Yeah, the descriptions I know I have, but apparently I fell down on the thumbnails. I think I like wrote down all the notes of what I wanted to do with the thumbnails and then never actually made them.
So you tried. It was a valiant effort.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's like, oh, that's sweet. You didn't get there, but it's sweet.
I know. Thumbnails are so important, though. If you don't have a good enough thumbnail, nobody clicks on the video.
I know. I hate it.
Yeah. That could stop people from clicking, and it's a very good video, but they'll never know. That's why I had to pull back and just do the live streams, because it would take me so long to edit, and I just felt like I wasn't good at it, and I didn't want to try to figure out how to make the algorithm work for me, and I wasn't I didn't care to oh, let me find the best keywords and the best that wasn't me. Other people love that, but I was just no. And it's not like I was doing it for people to watch, but because I was spending so much time on it, and I'm like, well, this isn't, generating any income for me. I was never monetized, and I did at the time, I didn't have a book out, so I was like, anyway, so maybe I'll sit down and film videos here and there eventually, because I do miss it, but I think trying to do just one a week for me was stressful.
Yeah, I mean, with video creation, I mean, I think each person has to be able to figure out what how long it takes them to go from ideation to upload per video, and then figure out how do you do that consistently.
Yep.
Like I can do it stupidly fast, aside from the thumbnail part, which we are learning because it took me 30 minutes to do 2 thumbnails. But
yeah, sometimes, which you should spend a lot of time on the thumbnails. Looks like people need to click on the thumbnails.
Yeah. But the problem with this is that with these, I'm going against the normal advice of like always have a face on it. And I'm like, this is not about like, I'm like, it's not about me though. Like this is the one playlist on the channel that'll be about like, here are things I'm recommending, not like I'm giving you advice.
I mean, I think there's 2 styles for face thumbnails with faces and thumbnails without. Thumbnails with faces tend to get clicks about 70% of the time, and without faces is about 30%, give or take. You can still have the strategy for the non-face one, which just goes back and forth depending on the topic and why you're trying to get people to click.
Yeah. Does it have to be your face or just a face?
I mean, generally, you want it to be the face associated with the channel. It could be someone else's face, but the reason for this is where it's like, it's literally like, yeah, I'm talking about what I like, but the first video is about software. The second video is like, here's my bullet journal. Here's, you know, my laptop stand. Like, here are things like, you know, it's not super personal. Like, I mean, they're personal in that I use them, but it's not about me or even what I've learned. It's literally just like, this helps.
I've seen some really successful channels, like some high subscriber count channels, use thumbs where it's not their face, and it's more the about the idea that the thumbnail represents.
Yeah,
I've seen that done before.
Yeah. Well. I'm just like looking at my subscriptions right now to be like, how many have faces? Like, I'm like just looking right now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what to do for. Yeah, I think I have a pretty good idea for most of them, and one of them I might literally just take a photo of my desk.
I've tried so many different strategies, and I mean, with content creation and figuring out, especially thumbnail theory, it continues to be an ever evolving understanding of what it is that people want to click on. Yeah, it's interesting. I in the early days of my channel, I tried a different variety of thumbnails like every daily.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so like when I go back, like if you look at like the beginning videos of my channel, you see there's like different styles for the first probably 100 days, give or take. And then I realized that the writing sprint streams, the live streams, were more about the community building, and that people are going to click were people who are either want to do a writing sprint right now or people who are part of the community. And then the ones where the thumbnail is a little bit more of a factor, or more like the weekend ones, like the podcast, the critique stream, the ones where it's more like around a topic specifically. And I tried a bunch of different variations for those ones. And I think the critique stream thumbnail tends to be the more popular of them.
Cool. It's good that like you have, since you come out with one every day, like you have a lot of like leeway to like play around and like get quick results of like how they're working. So that's kind of nice. You can, it's not like, well, that video was a bust, guess next month I'll try again, you know?
Exactly. And I mean, I'm about to try out but I'm about to try a new thumbnail style. Because especially for writing topics and author branding, the very like common one, for some reason, writers don't want like anything like pretty or fancy. Sometimes there's some of the fantasy authors, actually, there's some cool thumbnails, but 9 times out of 10, writers and authors just want face and the words of the topic. Like if you look at the ones that are competing in the space, because remember, we're competing against each other for attention. And when you look at the ones that are performing well, it's generally face, words.
There's so many though that do like, it'll be a real photo and then they'll do a color overlay to like blur out the photo. And then will be like them and then white text over, and I'm just like, that looks so busy to me. Like, I just don't like it. Like, I get why it works, but I hate it so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
I
sure what
feel
type it is.
Yeah, I feel like, because like looking at my subscriptions, I'm like,
Mhm.
you know, like I go back to them because of the
Who it is.
content and yeah, like
Mhm.
who they are, and I'll like check it out regardless.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
unlike the
like
channels you subscribe to.
I don't
yeah,
click based on thumbnail. I do it based on like, this is what I'm searching for. How
Mhm.
close did like the title get? How like reputable is like the channel? Like, what are the comments?
Right.
Like, I am so
Mhm.
thumbnail blind that it's
Mhm.
because to me it doesn't matter. I know it matters, which is why I'm like spending time on it. But to me, I'm
Well,
like,
but a lot of people do think like that, right? A lot of people go on to it thinking of
Yeah.
YouTube as like, they have a problem and they need a solution to it. And you said what channel is credible, right? So how do
Yeah.
you prove credibility off of 20 other thumbnails? Somebody who has 10 subscribers could compete with somebody who has thousands of subscribers if the thumbnail feels credible. A lot of times, somebody has 10 subscribers, their thumbnails are not credible because they haven't figured out thumbnail theory or design, but it is possible.
Fair.
And sometimes channels do very well especially for people who have like graphic arts or graphic design backgrounds.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
Mhm.
And that was me. Like I felt like I didn't have that like creative eye. Like that's why I
Mhm.
was grateful for my mastermind group to be like, is this good? Like what could I change? Like I didn't have that like
Mhm.
eye for it, and other people
Yeah,
did.
having
And
a
I'm like,
group is
let's
really
try this.
powerful.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So
It's like something I've been meaning to do for some time, being involved in like some type of mastermind group like that. It's like on the to-do list.
yes, yes. Yeah, it just
Mhm.
add one more thing to the list. um let's see. Uh Oh, Kristen put away her clothes as we were chatting before the first sprint, so laundry was already involved in our stream.
Yes, I had seen that.
Gwyneth said I did my laundry at my mom's house before our road trip back to Phoenix, and coming home to a clean house and clean laundry. Nice.
Mm.
That's what I did. I did my laundry at Heather's before I left, so then I only had one, pair of clothes that was dirty. So it was
Mhm.
like, oh, I came home and all I had to do was unpack. I didn't have to do laundry too. It was nice. um Kids stopped by to get ready for a concert. What kind of concert? I'm intrigued. Is it like an
Some fun
orchestra
things going on.
concert or like a
Yeah.
rock concert?
It does matter. It does make a difference.
Yeah, Al's got
Concert
a
with a
night
bunch of
shift.
authors.
I didn't know you worked like night shifts, Al. That's
Graveyards.
tiring. Yeah, graveyard shift. Um, KK read through several editor comments and implemented a few of the notes. Calvin did another couple hundred words. See, it adds up.
Nice.
Woot.
Calvin makes some good progress.
Oh, Breaking Benjamin. Yeah.
Breaking
Man,
Benjamin is good. That must be fun.
I stopped listening to them. But like I listened to them a lot, like in college, and
Mhm.
kind of fell off of them a bit because I was like, oh man, this is really dark. But you get in your feels with it. So I
Mhm.
did go and see Linkin Park, a couple weeks ago. So I am also to blame for the emo feels. Uh, okay, you guys, we are gonna pop up the final sprint. Let's see. Oh, you work at Amazon, but I'm on days. Oh.
Mm.
Do you get like extra like money if you work evening, like a night shift differential? I'm curious. I don't know if yeah, I guess maybe hospitals, because like as a PT at the hospital, I think the night shift differential starts at like 4 p.m. or something.
Mhm.
So sometimes like, you know, since I'm PRN, I'm only there like on the weekends and stuff. I'll if there's like a meeting, sometimes I'll watch it after 4 p.m. because I'm like, hey, I'm getting like $2 extra to watch this. It adds up. Mm. Okay. Oh, let me make this bigger for you guys. Oh wait, hold on. Let me restart this guy at the beginning. So let me go. And then this I make full screen. So there are 30 cats on screen.
Go big or go
And
home.
yes. And if you say a color, like if you say yellow, it could count to 2 yellows. But if you want to be specific, you can say, you know, the lightest yellow, but then you're giving yourself less choices. So it's up to you what you want to do.
How much do you want to limit yourself?
I'm pretty sure Bluey is 16. That's okay. I believe in the underdog
Yeah.
comeback story this time.
Ooh, I was gonna say you have to go with Bluey because if you don't, then he's gonna
Okay, I
win this
believe.
time.
Thank you.
From
Mhm.
last to first,
Yeah,
a
we'll win
Bluey story.
despite you. What color? I'm gonna say gray.
Nice.
I think gives me like 3 or 5, depending on how you count.
I'm going with number 2, Zuko, because he's right here and I don't want to rile him up.
Oh, I'm like,
I don't want to rile him up so that but yeah, wait, let me see if I can show. There he is. So I'm like, you stay there. Don't move.
cute.
All right. Okay. So we will start this final sprint in 3, 2, 1. Happy productivity, everyone. All right, that was the end of the final sprints. And number 22 won, which is like a dark ginger. So let's see. Did anyone Vote for 22. 23, Janine said. And Thog said ginger, but I don't know if you mean all the ginger tones.
Let's see. Where is... Well, Blue is in the middle there. Somewhere.
Hey.
It was a nice try, Bluey.
Oh, yeah, Zuko, part of him is there. Right at the end. Oh. Well, so then we go to whoever's next. I guess if this doesn't count as a true ginger.
Does number 4 count as gray? Because then I win. If no one said 17.
No, because even if 4, I think 4 is gray, and even if not, the next one in front of the next one is gray. That's in front of the true ginger. So you win regardless.
We got the gray and the slightly more gray.
Yay!
We got a winner.
Woohoo! So I posted cross-posted, I guess, my reel on shorts. It was just hard because like the music, I'm like, oh well, the music I used on the reel, I can't find that on the short. So then I was trying to find one that was good, and I'm like, these are all like the ones that they were like suggesting. I'm like, these all are rap and have words or something. I'm like, this is not the vibe. So I was trying to find something that like fit the vibe. I'm like, okay, here's an instrumental one. It'll be good.
Yeah.
But not the vibe.
Not the vibe.
So
I walked Riley. She did everything, which is nice and unexpected because it's her final walk of the night. So normally she just does something. But it was everything. And we were like, great. And then our family friend was here when we got back, which is great. She I need to just like let her leash go unless she like choke herself trying to run to him.
No.
So they're like all having dinner and they're like, are you coming in? I'm like, the stream's not over yet. And they're like, oh wait, we thought it was over. I'm like, no, like no, it's not over yet. But in the time since we came back, I finished all the thumbnails. And I wound up taking some photos for some of them.
Nice.
I was like, I can't find images on Canva that I like, and we're just no.
I forgot. I would have to be like, all right, I have a good hair day. All right, let me take all these. Let me change my shirt, so it doesn't look like I'm wearing.
These are the faceless thumbnails, so I didn't even have to worry about it.
But nice, very productive. How'd you do, Cough?
A lot of editing. a lot of client work. I wish I was working on Scarecrow. But what I'm working on is actually really good. Like I'm really happy with whenever I'm working on like different clients projects. But let's see. Scarecrow, I've actually done some amazing stuff with it lately. I literally I've been talking about it on the stream. At the past couple of weeks, I just got through some like the most difficult chapters I've ever written in my entire life.
Wow.
Like the middle part of the book is very, very complex. When I took on a world that is entirely animal based in a very strange, far off land, like I wanted to challenge myself with something that was difficult because I love a challenge. And I think this part of the book was definitely that because the chapters transition between multiple POVs, a lot of fighting, a lot of pacing changes, a lot of tone changes all over the course of a few chapters as it leads up to a midpoint and having the reader experience different highs and lows while still thinking that they know what they're expecting without actually expecting the midpoint itself. I'm just really proud of how it turned out. Like I knew it was difficult. And then the way that it's like going back and reading it, I'm like the fight chapter is like incredible. I didn't think I could pull it off.
Yay. Oh, that's so exciting. I'm proud of you. Can't wait to read it and like all your hard work will come to fruition and People will be like, that's my favorite part, you know, and then you'll feel good.
So yeah, and I think the second draft is now at about 60%. So I'm getting there. Well, once the second draft is done, I think the third draft, I'll probably do a third draft in the course of like 2 weeks. That's going to be more like solving, like fixing individual story beats. Maybe figuring out how to cut down on word choice. I was thinking about doing like a 24-hour stream and just force myself to cut down on words.
Ooh. Whenever you do that, let me know.
30,000. I only got to cut down 30,000 words.
Just only. It's fine.
Only 30,000.
We both said it at the same time, Holly.
Oh yeah, she's still here because I know she's got a chonky sequel. Like what is yours at, KK? Like is it 160 or something?
Oh yeah, you might be having the same problem.
Yeah.
Somebody called out in my chat the other day. They're like, I started off with a certain amount of words, and somehow this draft, I'm ending with even more words than I started. 168. Yeah, I feel your pain. I don't know what genre you're writing. Fantasy, I can be longer for fantasy, but it's still.
I mean, for me, if I end a draft without more words, something went wrong.
I know, same here.
I'm an underwriter, so like I do need more words each time.
I'm an overwriter.
Yeah. So it totally depends on what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I'm over and sometimes I'm under. So I'm kind of like the happy medium with mine. So
I'm always over.
Oh, that's good.
I'm pretty sure I've always been under.
Gwynna made it back, fed the gremlin. Major potty training win. Yay.
Woo.
Also sent some emails. Nice.
Yay, making some progress.
Yay.
And
you were talking about editing, Kauffman. Speaking of editing, did you want to talk about your editing?
Yes. So, announcement. I made the announcement on my channel a little earlier, but I've been thinking in my head, there's a new type of stream that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I finally putting it together. So this weekend, I'm doing a brand new stream format called Story Edit Now. Essentially, free editing. So if for any writers who need editing, who want either need their stories edited, or need excerpts of their stories edited, or needing feedback, or for writers who they know they need their story edited, but they don't know what type of editing it needs. I'm now accepting submissions for editing excerpts. So essentially, unlike the critique stream where I will do the live readings and the live critiques on the stream, similar to an alpha read, the editing is I'll literally be going line by line and doing editing with the viewer.
Cool. That is awesome.
That's intense.
I wanted to really offer something. I really wanted to find a way to offer something to writers in the community, because I know editing costs a lot of money. Being an editor and then also being a writer who's going to need an editor, I know editing costs a lot of money. So I wanted to try to create another resource for writers to help with that process.
Yeah, that's great. And so when does that start?
Yeah, so I'm going to launch the first stream will be this Saturday.
Ooh.
So it's right here. Let me drop you the link. So anybody who wants to submit now. I think there you go, Holly. I just dropped that in private chat for you. I think because there's always a high demand for editing, I actually anticipate it's probably going to be very high demand if you say free editing. It's I kind of know what to expect. So you should submit now. So anybody here in the chat, I highly recommend you submit sooner than later. I think starting off, I might take first come, first serve, but it depends on the volume of what I get. If I get over a certain volume of requests, I might have to go randomized. But for now, for this first stream, anytime I try out a new stream type, it's always kind of like a trial and error and seeing what works and what doesn't.
Right. Right.
And I also want to teach writers like what are the differences between the different types of edits as editors. And Zara, I'm sure like you probably see and know this all the time. Like you know the different types. And we who do editing, like we understand, we recognize the different types and the different nuances between the different types of editing. But a lot of writers, like they've heard of the different terms, but they don't really fully like know what's the difference between like a developmental edit and like a copy edit.
I'm
And like what
doing
that
line edits right now, and I am just like, I like it, but also I think potentially my least favorite part of editing. I think
Yeah, I mean, well, because line editing
Yep.
is the most technical because you're fixing it on a sentence by sentence on the structural.
Whereas like copy, I think
Well,
I will
because copy
say
editing's more grammatical, right? Because then
yeah,
you're like,
copy editing is
more
more grammatical. I will say proofreading is my least favorite.
really. I feel like
Proofreading
proofreading's like the easier because you're like, at least it should be ready. It should be at that like close spot. Then you have the fear of like, all right, well, I
it's
can't
my
miss
least
things.
favorite though because it's the least creative. The only reason I don't like line editing is because I'm just like, we're so close to this being right, but I know this word is wrong. And like I'm just waiting for the author and me to like go back and forth and be like, there it is, you know? Like that's the annoying part for me on line editing. When it works, it works. It's like perfect. Like yesterday, Chandler and I were co-working on her book Mother Mercy that's coming out in March next year. And I feel so bad for her. I made her double the length of a chapter because I was like, you need to place us in what the character is experiencing, and the character is currently being a voyeur to another character. And literally at the start of the chapter, she's like, watching this woman is exhausting. And I'm like, okay, great. We need to be exhausted by the end of the chapter, having read it. And then we were both exhausted by the end of her having added a bunch of writing and me editing it.
Yeah, I could totally see that. And I mean, I see with a lot of editors, especially when you think about the different types of editors that are out there, editors, when they do pick a specialty between the different types of editors, developmental is the most popular because developmental is story-based, right? So developmental, you get to focus on being more creative. Whereas line and copy editing are like two different sides of technical editing to an extent. I mean, line editing, you still get to be stylistically. It's like if you like style and helping writers figure it out, line editing is a little bit more creative. Whereas proofreading is like, I just have to catch the mistakes. A lot of times,
proofreading is for some reason, Google Docs makes the opening quotation mark of dialogue a closing one, and it's been happening for like a year now with like across different authors, and they're through Google Docs, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, why? Like, this shouldn't be a problem.
That's so dumb. Oh no.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
But by the way, I saw Gwenna, you asked a question. You said, "Oh, Kauffman, an editing stream sounds like a lot of work." So one of my community members said that. Like, how many pieces do you plan to edit per stream? How many words per piece? So what I would recommend is click on the submission link that lists the rules, the submission requirements at the top right now. So like, once again, it's a new stream format, so it's going to be a trial and error, but I'm starting off with asking that people submit no more than 5 pages. I can
5 pages double spaced or 5 like
double spaced. So I'm starting with 5 pages double spaced. I can generally edit at a much faster rate, but starting off with this, I'm going to be trying to find the right balance of editing and then talking through it and including the audience, because I want it to be half of an editing for the writers to help them and then half of a learning experience, because a lot of the time writers just don't understand like what is the type of edit that they need, and a lot of writers can actually save a lot of money if they improve at certain editing techniques that they can do themselves when they're revising, and then they will cut down on words, which usually editing rates are based on a per word count. So writers who can cut down on their per word count can genuinely save themselves money in the long term if they figure out and if they understand the nuances when they're revising their own work.
Right. That's so true. Yeah, and like Kristen said, even will help people learn a lot too, even if it's not their
Exactly.
piece. So nice.
Yeah.
So that will be this Saturday. Once again, everyone, like, you should submit now. Earlier the better, because I've just started advertising it today. The stream itself will be this Saturday, 1 Pacific, 2, 3, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 Pacific, 4 Eastern on the on my Right Now channel. So it'll be cool. We'll see how it goes. Like, I don't know what to expect, but looking forward to it.
Yeah. Also, that's in between. I might be able to check it out, if not the replay, but that's because my 20-year high school reunion, I feel so old,
Oh my
is on
God.
Saturday. And so that's like,
That's
but that's in the
exciting.
evening. And then we've got the tour, and I haven't been to my high school since I graduated. So we have like a tour in the morning. But so then there's this, I'm like, oh, I'll be in the city now, like Chicago proper, but there'll be like hours between,
Stay
you
safe.
know. So I have to figure out, yeah.
Aw.
But it's from 5 p.m. to 8
Mhm.
p.m. is the actual reunion. So I'm like, they were smart. We're done at 8. This is early enough for all of us old
So it's not too late.
millennials.
Yeah, no one wants to have to be at a school reunion past that time. Like, if you're having a blast and you don't want to leave,
Yeah.
that's one thing. But like, oh no, it's scheduled to go past. It's like, well, then I'm leaving early. Like,
Yeah. Yes. And Chris is going too, so I'm sure he's going to be tapped out too.
Was it his high school too, or is he just going as the plus
No, he's just going because I was like, oh, I can bring my significant other. You know, you can bring
He's
them
like,
if you
just because you can
want.
doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, he didn't go to my 10-year. We had been together for 2 years, but I think it would be fun because some of my high school friends came to like my book release, book signing, and so like he met them a little bit there, but I'm like, oh, it'll be fun to, you actually know some people now. So
That's cool.
but yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Janine
that.
asked this question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say to writers struggling with beta reader retention?
And I was thinking about that. I'm like, with beta reader retention, and Holly, Zara, weigh in, do you think they're meaning like the beta readers are like getting bored, like they're not reading through all the way to the end of the manuscript, or getting beta readers to read the manuscript in general?
Janine has talked multiple times at either having beta readers who like stop answering, who don't offer feedback that's like super aligned with what she was searching for. And I don't know if that's because that they were expecting her book to be more one genre than another, because her book is a very like
The multi-genre
thing. It's not even like it's not like a comfortably like, oh, you could say this is a like a sub.
Yeah, I know. I remember Janine has told me bits about it before.
Yeah, so I think for her, she's just run into problems where either people say yes and then don't see it through because they are maybe like, I have nothing nice to say, so I'm not going to say anything, or they just flake out for one reason or another. And so she's like, everyone says you need to get beta readers, alpha readers, critique partners. Where am I supposed to find these people? Because when I do find them, they don't actually like deliver, I think is what she's asking.
Yeah, so I think two separate issues here. So I think because so I think there's an expectation opportunity and then a communication opportunity. So I think in terms of expectation with a book that's multi-genre, the question I ask myself is, are you finding the right beta readers and are you setting them up for success? Let's say somebody is a fantasy writer, but then they bring on romance readers as beta readers, but they're like, yeah, it's a fantasy book, but there's a lot of romance plot lines, like the main character is a love story, and then the romance readers are like, this is fantasy, this sucks. Right? So I think it's a greater obstacle when you're multi-genre, because you have to kind of find that balance for getting the right type of beta readers, plus you need all the feedback you can get. So I think with your beta readers that you bring in, for at least new ones anyways who haven't read your work before, I think you have to set the tone with what genre, what like the genres are, what the blurb of it, what the, I might also even give them like an overall, like beat sheet in a sense. If you're struggling with readers, like staying consistent as like just like a 12-point like bullet list of like, hey, this is what to expect. If I felt like I was dealing with reader retention. And then communication wise, I would ask them, what is your, how long is it going to take you to go through, to read through this type of thing? And then try to set a timeline, set a timeline and expectation from the beginning. Now,
I think she has been doing that. I think they just don't adhere to it for one reason or another.
Just don't follow up.
But I totally agree with you about
is she paying
book to a romance reader. I think our last YouTube video, I believe it was Friday, on the Inimitable Books YouTube channel, I was talking about like the 5 readers that every author needs, and that's like separate from a developmental editor. And it was included like, alpha, critique partner, alpha and beta readers. And there is the question of like, definitely with beta readers, but maybe even earlier, depending on how much you're thinking about it, is should you have them in your same genre? And in some places, it's just like, you just want people to read the story who understand writing and aren't just plain readers, because those are ARC readers, and you want them to be in the genre that you're reading. But at the same time, if you don't ever have any writers who are in your genre reading your work early, if you wrote a romance and no one has told you, like, you need to introduce the love interest faster. Like, this is too slow. Like, yeah, we get to know your main character, but where's the love interest? Like, who is it? Like, is it too far in? Or, someone who wouldn't have been reading romance, they might have been like, oh, that's a great pacing. But to every romance reader out there, they'd be like, someone messed up. Like, this is not it. So you need to like have a mix is my recommendation. But yeah.
I also really like KK's comment. I think that's actually a really good idea as well.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it can be a struggle trying to find the right people. I mean, when you're finding free beta readers, right, and we're not paying for it, then essentially they're being paid through with time and then their enjoyment of it and the fact that they have to enjoy and like the story. So then it's actually all the more reason that you have to set them up with clear expectations on what to expect. But I like that, Janine. If you're struggling to retain them, I'm wondering, do you guys know Holly or Zara, if Janine's getting any feedback at all?
I don't know.
Are you getting any feedback like in the beginning stages of it, or are you getting none?
I know she has gotten feedback. I don't know at what stages.
And that's what I'm wondering is, I wonder if that in itself is a sign of like, okay, I've given this to 10 people. 9 of them stop giving me feedback about a quarter of the way in the book. That could be a sign without saying anything. But I'm not sure. I think KK's strategy would actually be a really good one.
Yeah.
I think it would be a good one. Then just try doing it in a smaller sections and seeing if that changes anything.
Yeah, I think that's really good advice. So, yeah, every genre and intended audience has their strength. It's good.
Yeah, and I mean, another way I think that I would leverage beta readers is I think I would trade for work. So if somebody was going to read my story or an excerpt, I would read something of theirs and then trade at the same time. So that way there's the value proposition on a specific timeline. I think when you're asking someone to do...
Sorry.
Oh, what was that? No, go.
I was going to say that's how I met Jesse Elliott, who's the author of The Devil's Waltz, which Inimitable has published. But that's how we met forever ago, because my debut novel, which I self-published, and her and this book, which wound up being traditionally published, were both young adult paranormal romances. And we were like, beat for beat, like able to just like swap chapters and talk or whatever. And it was, we had found each other off of some online writer community, which I'm pretty sure at this point has disbanded, because we basically found each other like, okay, great, we're just going to use email. Like, we don't need to keep getting spammed by all these people still looking
Mm-hmm.
for people. Critique Circle, yes, that has still been, that is a good website. That is not where I found her. But yeah, we didn't have anything to trade at the time. We were both in high school, like
Mm-hmm.
when we, or like, you know, high school, college, like that kind of age. So it's not like we could offer paid work or offer money or whatever. We just were swapping each other's time and fresh eyes.
I like that. That's actually really cool. And then like when you meet somebody and you guys click as readers, who knows, right, where it evolves. And clearly it worked out very well for both of you. Yeah.
Oh, I'm looking at the Critique Circle. I'm looking at that to see if I can post the link for that.
I got it.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
I think they've updated the website since I've last looked. It looks nicer than I remember.
Wait, they say they need about 3 to 6 months typically for a reading. I don't think it should take anyone 3 to 6 months to read a book.
No,
I feel like 1 month feels like a good expectation. Maybe longer if you're at like a 150, like an epic fantasy novel. Maybe I could get, but like generally I feel like a month feels right. If somebody's committing to beta reading, then
if someone's committing to beta reading, I still would have expected them to be able to read the sequel to The Storm Gathers, The Shadow Rises, which is 600 pages in 2 months. Like,
yeah,
it shouldn't, like, it moves fast-ish, you know, like if they're engaged. Now, if they're not engaged to the point that they could read it within like a month or two, then giving them 6 months is not going to get them there.
Right. Because that wouldn't make sense. Like if you give someone like 3 to 6 months, like they're gonna read it in the last month or the last couple of weeks. Like it doesn't take that. And
I think also having that, I think Janine, also having clarify what your communication looks like. A lot of times we just assume communication, like, oh yeah, I'll check in with you eventually. But KK said this as well. If you're like, hey, you know what? I just want to make sure that you're enjoying the experience and you're having a great reading experience. I would love to check in once every couple of days or once a week, and just to see how you're feeling about it. And if there's something that you don't feel is good, just like let me know. Do you prefer to connect over email? Do you prefer to connect over instant messaging, texting, like whatever it is that you connect with people? I think clarifying communication can be very powerful as well.
Yeah, I mean, for my new adult sci-fi romance trilogy, which I did before Inimitable book, so I had the time to do this, where basically I started each book and published each book within 90 days and then did it back to back to back because I was crazy. I had 3 amazing alpha reader, beta readers who just like, they got it. But also I used Story Origin where they could go in and leave inline comments. But unlike with Google Docs, like I could filter out like who left the comments. So I could literally just see what one person said or view them all at the same time and be like, oh, all of them commented on the same type of thing or whatever. But if I saw that someone like hadn't been commenting for a while, like I would reach out to them about, you know, I was checking in about once a week to be like, hey, like, are you interested in this one? Like, if you're no longer interested in the book or the trilogy, like you don't have to, you know, grit your teeth and make it through this book because you feel obligated that you signed up for the trilogy. Like if you're not liking book 1, like, and if you have comments for me, please leave them before you like say I'm done, because you know, you've already read it and thought things. But beyond that, like, I'm not going to force you to keep reading and going and things like that. But that just did the trick, because they were like, oh yes, I'm so sorry, like life got a little bit crazy, I haven't had time to read, let me get on it. Or like, yes, I did, but I didn't have time to put it in the computer because of blank. And I'd be like, totally cool, just wanted to check. And then they would like, you know.
And I also like speaking to that, I think you also want to make it as easy as possible. So you want to limit the barriers it takes for them to go through the reading experience and deliver feedback. So
Mm.
like you said, they're like, maybe somebody like was busy and they didn't write it down, but they did some reading. So I'm like, cool, why don't we hop on a quick video call? Why don't you just tell me your thoughts and you don't have to worry about writing it down?
Yeah.
Or why don't you just record it on your phone and record an audio? No judgment, and just let me know what your thoughts were. That way, save you time.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Lots of things to think about.
Yeah.
I don't mean to like dip and run. I know normally like we're chatting forever, Holly, but because
No, I know.
dinner is here and has been here for, I think at this point, like 20 to 30 minutes.
No, you gotta eat. No,
would like to
we've been
go-
going for a bit.
Yes. I mean, for me, technically it's my second dinner, but I would still like to eat it. I'm just gonna quickly say like, bye everyone. Check out Inimitable Books on YouTube. Please subscribe. We have videos. We have a course launching soon, but most importantly, we have books like Holly's that are published, and you can find them at inimitablebooks.com.
Bye, Zara.
Um,
I know we have been here a while, so we will also wrap up. But great advice. Thank you, Koff, for coming on here again. It's so good to have you back.
I know.
Hopefully can make some regular cameos,
Mhm.
I know you're gonna be back into busy season with planning things, so
Yes, I got the next fiction competition for Freaky Friday, and then right around the corner brings us to the end of the year, and we're back at the Write Now-a-thon.
That's right.
I think I'm gonna keep the Write-a-thon, that end of year like writing conference. That was really popular.
Yeah, and I
Hopefully you're
wasn't
not
able
working
to
during that
make
time.
it. Yeah, I wasn't able to make it last year, but was that the last
That's like the last weekend of December.
okay, cool. I'm working the 28th, but I'm free on the 27th, so I need to keep
Woo!
that free because they also said like, "Hey, are there any therapists who are available to work on the 27th?" But I'm working I'm like, I don't want to work both days for the holiday
For holiday
weekend.
weekend.
So I need to specifically keep it free for the write-a-thon, the Write Now-a-thon.
Oh, that'd be cool. We'll see what it looks like this year. I'll have to figure out. I'll still have to figure out how do I top last year. It's always a question. How did I top the previous year?
Right. Um, you know what? Really quick. Just thought of this, Janine, with what you said is I wonder if you can message other authors that have like aromantic stories and ask them how they found their beta readers. Like if there's just some other community
Yeah,
or
maybe you just haven't found the right beta readers yet for your
yeah,
story. Maybe that's that.
yeah. But yeah, maybe like searching for people that like have like aromantic or asexual stories might help. So just wanted to give you that last little tidbit. But Koff, do you want to give an outro?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. I'm about to go into my own. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. It's been great. Holly, I always love being here. Hopefully I can come back with a little bit more consistency now that we're back in the fall. Once again, everyone, if you want to know more about what I'm doing or what we're doing with Write Now, I stream every day. 600 plus counting. So very, very, very difficult channel to find. Write Now, one word. So that's
Links down
where I'll be.
below.
Clearly, we got link down in the YouTube description. I got the editing stream this weekend, where submissions for the Halloween competition, Freaky Friday, will go live next Monday, along with the reveal of what is going to be involved. So that starts next week for anyone who wants to write supernatural, mystery, thriller, scary, the Halloween vibe. So that will be starting next week, and much, much more. That's all I got.
Loved it. I love it so much. Yes, we will see your face here more often. Thank you guys for joining. I hope this gave you a good start to the week. I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.